Hello everyone, I am Santosh Parazuli from Blender Beginner YouTube channel. This tutorial presentation is about basics of 3D modeling. The essential ingredients for 3D model development are modeling, material and lighting. Let's start with what is a 3D model, what are the uses of 3D model and what are the commonly used software for 3D model development. The real soccer ball looks like this. Its basic 3D model looks like this, spherical, and its more advanced model looks like this, more realistic. Now the natural question arises, how long does it take for 3D modeling? Well, for basic or approximate model maybe few minutes, and for advanced or fine-tuned model maybe years. The uses of 3D model ranges from virtual reality to 3D printing, architectural visualizations, animated movies, visual effects, and gaming, to name a few. There are a number of different software for 3D modeling like Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, Maya, ZBrush, Houdini, Lightwave, and Blender. But broad artistic and technical skills are required rather than the ability to run one package over another. I've been using Blender for a couple of years, and this software is basically used for 3D modeling. Of course, this is open source software and free to use. This is default Blender screen, which consists of a cube as a three-dimensional object, one camera to view the object, and a lamp to illuminate the scene. The same cube can be scaled along x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis to create the shape as required. Scaling is widely used in modeling, but just scaling is not enough for complex object modeling. We do modeling in 3 steps. First, we gather different reference images, then understand the basic shape of the object from the reference images, and finally we edit the basic shape. To model a donut, different reference images of a donut are gathered. Now from different images, we understand the basic shape of donut as toroidal. And if we have to select one shape out of square, sphere, circle, and torus to model a donut, we naturally go with toroidal shape. The good news is that different basic shapes like square, sphere, circle are built in the 3D modeling software. We just need to select the most appropriate shape. If we select irrelevant shape like square to model donut, then it's not like we cannot model, but the modeling time and complexity increases unnecessarily. But it's true that right shape selection at beginning comes with experience. Finally, the basic shape is edited until the shape resembles the actual object. Now let's start with the second ingredient for 3D model development. It is the material. To understand material, let's take an example of a leather ball. Exact leather material may not be available in the software, but we can create leather-like material by using correct shaders and textures. So in material, we talk about shaders and textures. Shaders define how the light interacts with the material. Example shaders include glance, emission, transparent, to name a few. If you choose glance shader for an object, the object looks like glass material. Your gloss and diffuse shaders are mixed in proportion and applied to the surface of an object to create material. Different colors can be chosen from the color wheel. If you move around the circle, it means you are changing the hue. If you move along the radius of the circle, it means you are changing the saturation. The brightest level can be controlled using the sidebar. It's changing the value. So hue H, saturation S, and value V, SSV, can be controlled using the color wheel. The diffuse shader color is changed to orange color to create an orange material. Now the texture. Textures are like additional layers on top of the base material. If we apply metallic texture on a cube, then cube becomes metallic. Basically, two types of textures are available. Directly 2D image can be projected on the surface of an object. This is what is known as image-based texturing. Or built-in textures using some mathematical equations can be projected, known as procedural texturing. Here, procedural texture is applied on the surface of an object to create bumps. It adds realism to the 3D object. Your 2D Earth image is projected on the surface of the sphere to create a globe. But before projecting 2D image onto the 3D object, what we need to do is we need to unwrap 3D object to 2D space. This process is known as UV mapping. In photorealistic materials, shaders and textures match with real-world materials. Now the final ingredient is lighting. In photorealistic lighting, light matches with color and direction and intensity seen in real life. Light source is used to illuminate the scene. Basically, this can be done in two ways: by using high dynamic range image (SDRI), or by using basic 3-point lighting. SDRI is an image-based lighting technique (IVL) and are normally used to light an outdoor scene. Most SDRIs are freely available online. 3-point lighting is a standard technique to illuminate the scene by using 3 independent light sources. By using 3 separate positions, the photographer can have control not only over the illumination of the object but also over shadows. Key light is the main light. Fill light fills the shadow produced by key light, and backlight produces the background for the object. In essence, photography is a play of shadows and lights. The effect of lighting can be seen here. This image has all key fill and backlight, but this image has just key light. So this is the end of the presentation, and finally, to prepare this slide, I have taken the references from different sources. First is the Blender official website and the wiki page of Blender. Second, I have used extensively the material from Blender Guru, a must-see channel by a new price for the beginners. So thank you for stopping by, and please subscribe, like and comment on my channel.